Hello. Keshia's asked me to put together this vlog for our sunroom rebuild. Initially, when we bought the house, the sunroom, we weren't super duper excited about it. The build quality was not the greatest, but we kind of just thought it would be like a multi-purpose room, and it ended up not really using it the past 3 years. But with the baby coming along, we're gonna try and repurpose this kind of into more of an entertainment space slash my office. So I'll kind of walk through the plan today and then show you all the progress along, hopefully over the next like 3 to 4-ish weeks. So you can see it is really bright in here because there are a lot of windows. Unfortunately, I think we are gonna want more wall space, so we might turn this like face into a wall and then just keep the windows on these two. This will be a sliding door and then a window, and then the idea is on this wall here to build like a built-in bookcase. In this corner here, we plan to turn it into like a kind of a walk-in closet, I guess, but a smaller one for storage. Planning to leave that sliding door, and then we'll kind of like put the laminate flooring down here, and then I'm working with the contractor to like pick where we want all our outlets and fixtures. But yeah, hope you guys enjoy the progress. They've already started removing all the windows. Most of it is gone. We're basically gonna like take it down to the structural pillars for the balcony and go from there. We just finished first day. I think they finished demolition like by 11 a.m., maybe even earlier. Which they had to like rip out a bunch of really nasty looking windows and the French door. And by the end of day one, which is like 5 hours after that, this is where we're at. It's pretty impressive. They put in like the new framing with the 2x6s, and then even like an hour ago I was messaging the foreman saying I wanted to plan for a TV mount, so he added like the 2x4 or 2x6s over there, and then we'll have a little hidden cable route thing. So yeah, pretty sweet. They've got, looks like, our outlets in place for this new region. And then I think they're gonna work on insulation and drywall and then lighting tomorrow. It's the end of day 2. I just got home from work, so the guys already left. But we walked through some updates this morning. And then they mentioned that they were probably gonna do lighting stuff and build out like the cabinet as well as the closet. So yeah, let's take a look at their progress. Looks like the sliding door is in. Looks really nice. I'm excited for that. The sliding doors for the old house, or the house, really suck, and they're super old. So I'm excited to have nice functioning sliding doors. It may entice me to swap out some other ones too. This is going to be the walk-in closet area, so this is pretty sweet. We're planning to add like a coat rack as well, but just have general storage space in here that we can hide. And then this will be like where the bookcase goes, so this is pretty sweet as well. Overall, we're super pleased with the speed of execution here. I mean, I think we always hear like pretty nightmare stories about people and contractors and how progress is coming along. For reference, these guys did our house previously. So when we moved, we had a bunch of work done, like for 3 bathrooms, the kitchen, like the stairs, and probably like half the flooring in the house. And they basically got it all done in like 2.5, 3 months, with the exception of a little bit of straggling because of material shortage. So that wasn't really their fault. But yeah, I mean, just to give you an idea, like all of this was done in, basically like a day and a half after demolition. So if you need anybody, let us know. All right, hello. Sorry it's a little late today, but this is the end of the day 3. I just got home not that long ago and ate dinner. But yeah, let's take a look at what progress that we made today. So they did put in the window, which is pretty cool. Looks like they also got the outdoor light fixture, which we're moving. You can see the old location up there, but that's going to be the new one. And then the sliding door is here, but I think this is one of the last things to actually go in. But that you can see the framing for it. They've also sort of built out the inside. Behind here, they added the insulation, and then this is the drywall. I think tomorrow they're going to focus on the outside. So they're going to do like the stucco and everything. Also, like, very nice for them to add this feature where we can pipe the cables down to the bottom. So I'm excited for that. And then yeah, this is kind of gonna be where the bookshelf is. As you can see, it's coming. The shape is coming together. I'm pretty excited for it. And then closet, they told us they were gonna install like a sliding door and a coat rack, and then some shelving. All right, so it's Saturday afternoon. Another half day or so wrapped up. All right, so starting on the outside, they finished, I think, the like base layer for the stucco. It's kind of like a cement, and then they kind of rough it up, I think, so the next layer can adhere better. So you can see that all around on the outside. Basically, I think on Monday when they come back, they'll add the final stucco layer, and then we can probably start painting on Tuesday. Inside, they did a bit more of the like wall, and then gonna add texturing on Monday, and then probably paint like the inside and outside simultaneously. It is Tuesday now. I think my last update was from a couple days ago. This is the outside. They finished all the stucco layers, and looks like the primer is on, so they're getting ready. Don't worry, it's not gonna stay white. Getting ready to paint it to the gray color that we have on the rest of the house. They installed the sliding door, which looks pretty awesome. This is an improvement that I'm super excited about generally. And stepping inside, I think there's been some incredible progress. The paint is in, and looks like they're still working on the framing for the sliding door. All the switches are in, new lights added, so you can actually see in here now, which is awesome. Yeah, we actually really, really like this color. Smells like a new car in here. The closet, painted the walls, added a light in here as well. The bookcase itself is going to be white shelving, so should go well with like the trim molding and the sliding doors. It is Thursday morning. Couldn't show last night because I was home late. 80-90% of the floor is also done, so that's pretty exciting. We're almost gonna finish the flooring and then I think do the trim.
Later that night.
Flooring is done. They've also started doing the trim. I think it's mostly in place. These are the cabinets that will go there. I know it looks really big, but I just measured it and it barely fits. And then someone's gonna come and do the shelving on top. And then the closet doors are, I think, the last bit here, plus the rod for the actual hanger. And then I think they're gonna hopefully like make this look a little nicer, which I trust they will because everything else has been really good looking so far. Have fun editing that. Today is day 10 of the work. I think we're anticipating hopefully just one more day. There really isn't that much left, so we're pretty close to the finish line. Okay, so I think the main focus today was like the closet as well as the bookshelf. We ended up supplying them with the door handles that we use throughout the house, so at least this matches. And actually, I think it's like basically the same countertop that we have in our kitchen and upstairs as well, and our mantle slash fireplace. They're currently working on the shelves, and it's clearly not done yet because there's gaps on the sides. And I think we're gonna do kind of like a crown molding type top, just to make it look a little bit more finished and looks like part of the, part of the actual room itself. And then we've got the closet. They installed like the shelf and then the bar, and then we asked them to kind of paint all the wood the same color. So yeah, I think tomorrow is really just more about doing all the like final details, and then touch up paint.